Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Hello, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the show this evening is AK and Albert. How we doing, boys?
I'm fantastic, mate. Yourselves?
Aye, good evening, Oxshire. Good evening, Albert. Good evening, everybody that's listening on Rangers Radio.
I'm glad you're good, Albert. I'm glad you're good, eh?
Oh, I'm good, mate. I'm fantastic. My team's sparking tomorrow, and we're going to go and win a treble, mate. No problem.
I like it, Albert. AK.
Aye, it's the weekend done again, pal. Another game coming up. Aye, let's go, Rangers. Let's go. Let's try and remain positive.
People might be reading something into that, AK. You saying let's go, Rangers. Is there a wee message in there? Are you? Yeah?
Aye, well, you never know. Gerard Stephen was on the phone to me.
It's been a long week, Albert, isn't it?
Always is, mate. We're not playing with it. Always is. Let's be honest about it. We actually should be used to this because we've been doing it for near enough 12 years, constant. So, aye, it's no good. It's no good. Put it that way.
Aye. Mm-hmm. Right, AK. I think it's only right that the top the day with the support would be the manager's press conference. And fair play to young Liam Kelly, who's not young, is he? But fair play for him having to come out in front of the media, must be his turn, possibility. He might play, it might be the way they're going to go. The number 2 gets the cup game. It's been done before, AK.
It certainly has, aye. If I remember, you might point me out here, but did Tino start against Alloa? So that might be the course. Aye. Mm-hmm. So, aye, listen, if Liam Kelly does start in goals tomorrow, and that's why he's out there speaking, spoke well, spoke honestly. I don't have an issue with Liam Kelly. For as good as what Butland has been this year, I think Liam Kelly is... There's not many times he's let us do knocks for he's been at the club.
Matthew, apart from AK Senior, there should be no Kelly's eyebrows, but that's just me.
Hey, you behave, you.
You know what I mean, Albert?
Aye. If it wasn't for Kelly's heroes, I mean, I'd agree with you. I like Kelly's heroes. It's a good picture.
Kelly's heroes. That might be being you, mate.
Well, maybe Hoffies.
Aye, I just be talking about Kelly, the goalkeeper. I mean, I don't think we're in the position to start mincing about with goalkeepers, mate.
Oh.
I don't think we're tight. I don't think it's time to start all that. We're playing keepers in the cup, and we've not got that luxury to do that, mate. We need to get this sorted.
I'm going to say something. We've got to a stage, even if our manager's right, he's run. Yeah, and we've got to that stage, and it's happened quick, and it's sore. We're all suffering, supporting my team. I know there's people who are a lot better suffering in their life than a football club, but what I'm saying is, as far as our emotional ties to the club, we're all suffering. But even if he gets something right, like he got right last week, AK, about the decisions, yeah, he was right. Yeah, and then they've come out today.
Yep.
People will argue that it didn't take away from the performance. I get on that. I understand that we're all angry and all that, but he was right. And if he did play William Kelly because he believes that's the right thing to go, I tend to agree with you all, but that's twice in a week. That's one in. Right, but if he does something for the right reasons, at the moment, it's going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong. And that's the problem, mate. AK.
Is that for me? Right.
You're
right. You're right. No, you're 100% right, pal. I think we spoke about it, actually. Factually, it was correct. And now it's coming out with a statement the day after the SFA to say, well, see when Lauren Shanklin's actually coming out after the game and actually during the game and saying to his pals, listen, I hit that with my horn, I'm expecting it to get chopped off. I don't think it'll be a goal. Oh, your beauty, they've gave us it. Does that not tell you that the SFA or the referees or the officiators have made an absolute, pig's ear yet? And then obviously we think we've got a perfectly good goal and they came out and apologised for that. But you know what? The damage is done. But the support was more interested, no in the injustices, but we'd all just witnessed and just berating the manager and lambasting the manager. And they weren't really interested in the game. And until it gets sorted out, mate, it's going to be like that. The actual game itself is insignificant, so to speak, but it's no insignificant to us. But we just want wins, pal. That's all we want.
I'm gonna be really interested to hear Albert's take on that. What came out today, Albert?
Well, this SFA, these corrupt individuals are to be. We see it ourselves. We've seen it in the game. We know what's going on, mate. Let's not kid ourselves on. All this you get people saying, "Oh, I don't believe it's conspiracy." Well, waking up. Just waking up and smell the roses. It's ridiculous, mate. They used to limit it to one dodgy decision in the game. Now it's just blatant, mate. It's 3. Rangers never ever got a penalty kick now because of the AGM meeting up over at the Pedo Dome. They had their AGM and says, "Oh, penalty Rangers, that needs to stop." And stopped it. They just don't give Rangers. A referee does the award Rangers a penalty in open play now, mate. It just doesn't happen. And that penalty got awarded on Saturday, right? If he doesn't give that, if that was Rangers, he's not giving that penalty, right? Do you think VAR would intervened and went, "Oh, you need to look at that. That was a penalty"? There's no way, mate. Absolutely no way Rangers get that penalty on Saturday because it wasn't a penalty. And this is what you're going on about. They don't even mention that one. They mention the first one and they mention the Rangers goal should have stood, but they don't mention the penalty, mate. And they don't mention the fact that Rangers don't get it.
I'm going to tell you something that's bizarre. See, in real time, but see when we go at the goal, my initial thoughts were, "Oh, something must have happened. No, a shove in that, so that'll be chopped off, right?" And the penalty kick, when I seen it in real time, I went, "Oh, stupid, lazy Diamandi." That was my initial thoughts, AK, yeah. And then when I see the replay, I went, "There's no reason for that goal to be chopped off. There's nothing happened."
Mm-hmm.
And then when I see the penalty kick, I said, "Who touched who?"
Oh, Diamandi never touched them.
I know. And that was I'll be honest, mate. Mm-hmm. That was my initial thoughts, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know.
In real time, once I seen it back, I went, "Oh, yeah." But we never really discussed it much because we were caught up in the emotions of what happened and what's happening in this new year.
Aye, no, you're right. That's what I'm saying. That there wasn't even an outcry. It usually comes for the stand. That was handball, ref. You're kind of pointing out to him, and I mean it happened right in front of me, and I'm absolutely going berserk at Steve McLean. He was within earshot of me. I was calling him all the cheats under the sun. They heard me. Sure he did.
That's what he is. That's what he is.
But it didn't matter because they were more interested in, Russell Martin GTF, and we just accepted it, which was wrong.
Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll hear the first part for the manager. We'll open the phone lines and we'll discuss it, and then we'll hear the second part. If you 2 gentlemen are all right with that.
Smashing.
Yep.
Get yourself in here and let's hear for Russell Martin.
Russell, maybe mix things up a bit this week. The players were obviously, it's been well documented, taken away to Loch Lomond and stuff. Give us the thought process there. Is it at the stage where you need to try different things and maybe get it together?
No, I think it's always been the plan has just been timing to do it. So I think this city's so intense, the club's so intense. I think to step away from it sometimes is a good thing. Lads can take a breath, actually spend some time together where they're not just playing football and being worked. And so I think it was good. I really enjoyed it. I think if we did it when we're winning, no one says a word, and you can be perceived either way. I've done it every club we've been at, in various things, not always the sea or the lock because you're not close enough. But I just think it's good for the lads. There was a lightness to them. They spent a lot of time together. We had a long walk. They had a little dip. We didn't swim in there. Well, a few did. A few enjoyed it a lot and spent a lot of time in there. But the rest, I said to him, it's just about you have to take a breath in there, otherwise it's going to really hurt, and we're going to experience a bit of pain together, which we have done, and then we'll get through it. And the potential for growth in the group and getting through this period is so big. So I think it was good. I enjoyed it. I'd been ill last week, so the first walk I've done, I'm still sore now. But I think the lads really enjoyed it, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Does it maybe feed into some of the stuff you said post-match, where it's maybe not all about the tactical side of the game, it maybe is trying to work on that other side and find ways ultimately to get out of the situation?
Yeah, it's about looking after these young men as human beings first and foremost. So I think when you get to my age and you experience lots in the game as a player and stuff, you can stand there and take pretty much anything, to be honest. So I think it was about trying to get them to understand a little bit of, like, you know, that when you're in this bubble and here all the time, the intensity of it is really difficult. And to play the way we want to play sometimes on the pitch is really difficult. And I said to you, there's so many young men feeling their way into their Rangers career in difficult circumstances. So many games, lack of training time, trying to learn through playing matches and the big scrutiny. And we've had some tough moments. So I think all of it is just to help them and help. This is why we became coaches, and definitely why I became a coach, to help players, to try and maximise what they have and show what they have. And sometimes with the intensity of football, it's really difficult to take stock and step back a little bit and have some perspective. So I hope Monday gave us that, and it set us up for a really good week. They've been brilliant.
How are you feeling in your position now, a couple of days on? We obviously spoke at length about the level of negativity in the stadium. The difficulty is that doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Now a planned protest outside the stadium before the game. How are you finding that?
It's just, for me, it's just like it's a really difficult balance, because it hurts professionally, because we're working so hard to try and give the supporters what they want. Is a team that wins and wins a lot and does it in a certain way. So I'm more frustrated than anyone, because we're the guys ultimately that are in charge of that, and with the results and some of the performances, been really frustrated, really difficult. And then being in here and listening to someone tell me the team doesn't look like it's coached is difficult, because I think the one thing that we've always had with any of our teams is they have a certain way of doing things, whether you believe in it or you like it or not. They definitely look a certain way, which takes a lot of time on the training pitch. So we'll get there with this team. The fans' protests and stuff I can't control at all, so I don't spend any time. I have to respect it. I have to understand their frustration and their annoyance, but I feel every bit of it as well. But I do think it's an amazing opportunity for us as a team to come through this period and to grow through it and to be so strong from it. And hopefully at that point, then everyone will come together. We just need to win football matches. So the protests and stuff like that, I can't take it personally, because I don't know any of them, and they don't know me, and they don't know how hard we're working. But I think the people inside the building, I feel incredibly well supported. The players, the staff, ownership, and as long as that continues, then it'll be fine.
Russell, I was just going to ask you that point, if you can get a result this weekend, if you can come through the tough week that this has been, how big could that be for the players' mindset and, you know, the psychology that you've been talking about this week? Yeah,
individually it'll be huge for some of them. I think we've had a tough period at every club we've been at, because we've always gone into a club that is very rarely in football do you go into a club that is really clicking, and you go in and just try and add your own spin on it. So you go into clubs most of the time because there's a problem or they're not happy with something. And every club we've been at, we've got because we do things in a certain way. So that was the reason we came here, to do things in a certain way, which the ownership and Kevin and everyone felt that this club needs a certain way of doing things. We haven't quite got there yet, so that's been frustrating. But every club we've been at, when you get through a tough period, the potential then for what's on the other side has been immense, and it will be even bigger here because of the size of it all and the collective energy. So we can change that by winning football matches and putting proper performance. So and actually sometimes the more noise there is, the more opinion there is actually easier to ignore. So because it just becomes a big blur, and it's much harder for the people around me, like my family and stuff, to deal with than it is for us, because it's a professional thing you have to accept.
Andrew Cavanagh's flown back in as an unscheduled visit. Some people might look at that as being ominous, but how do you look at it? Yeah,
no, I knew he was coming a couple of weeks ago, so no, he's been great. He'll watch training today as he does when he comes in, but him and Parag and all the guys have been amazing in their support for what we're doing.
The anxiety that you mentioned and the players not being able to deal with it, what steps are you taking to try and stop that? Because it doesn't seem as if that anxiety is going to fade away at all.
We walked up a hill and swam in the cold water, mate, so we'll be all right now.
In terms of in the stadium, is it
nothing? We just have to work. Seriously, we just have to work and actually stick to the work. So we've always been better at, early on in the second half in games so far, because we take a breath, we sit back, we watch a few clips of the game, and then remind the guys what we worked on. So we have to start that way. We have to start with the conviction and courage to do what we actually want to do and be the team we want to be. And I believe we'll get there.
You mentioned, Russell, your family there. I mean, just how difficult, on a personal level was last week for them, because, most of us were here last week. We heard the chants, we heard the cries.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, I'm pretty neutral with that. It didn't excite me. I think he answered the questions articulate. Some people got upset with the answers. There's a lot of management speak in there, Albert.
There's nothing else they can say, mate. It's no matter what the guy says. They're just going to attack him anyway. So I think the guys gave up trying to appease him when he says. It's just pointless. It's wins, mate. It's just wins. He knows that. The team know that. So it's what he says is what he says. But the one thing that annoys me, mate, and it's not with him, it's the way he's getting spoken about and the way he's getting treated, mate. He's a human being after all. He's not very good at his job at the moment, and his team's playing crap. There's no doubt about that. And he'll probably go because results will dictate that. But at the end of the day, you got to be a bit respectful to the man. You just treat him like a human being. I mean, would you like that? You turn up at your work and everybody's booing and shouting and bawling and you need dogs. What I seen last Saturday was hatred, mate. And that's the worst I've ever seen. But that was pure hatred. And I'm saying, all right, we're playing mad. All right, you're booing. That's fair enough. You're allowed to do that. That's do what you want to do. But that hatred, you ought to cut that out, man. Because I believe there's certain people at Ibrox are starting to enjoy it now, and that's what they're looking for. And then you'll get the haters outside of Ibrox. They're just joining in. They're hiding in amongst it, saying, "Oh, aye."
They're fanning the flames, mate.
Oh, big smiles and this is all great. And, you ought to hear them. They joined in with the Hearts family. They're saying Martin's getting sacked in the morning. You're getting sacked in the morning. Oh, it's all great fun for all them. That's fair enough. You've made your feelings felt. You know they want rid of the manager. You know we're not playing well. The evidence is there for everybody to see. But sometimes it's just, hold on a minute. Just draw the breath and just lay off the guy for personal things. Lay off the guy because it's not right, mate. Okay, he'll get sacked. That's fine. But I just hear it constantly, no matter what the guy says. He could say anything, and they're all picking on it. Oh, he went for a walk and walked home. Oh,
I get it.
I mean, Christ's sake, it's only a walk. It's only a walk.
Well, Big Stevie likes a walk, but as I said before we started, that whatever he says and whatever he does, he can't do right for doing right. And I get that. I think he's brought some of that on himself, and obviously some of it with the team's results.
No the hatred, mate. No the hatred. He never brought that on himself.
There's always lines in life. There's always lines. People's families, and when that's crossing the line. Because he'll lose his job or he'll move on and that he'll live his life. But no, there's lines. I must have. Yeah. AK.
No, you're right. In a humane kind of aspect, it's not right the way he's getting treated. But supporters would say, well, he's not treating us particularly good, and we're not getting the. I know, but I'm just saying what other people they'll be busy typing away on the forums and that and how to reply to you. And listen, that's their opinion. It's no me. I didn't join in with the Russell Martin songs get to, or didn't even joining in with the Nico Raskin song. I don't go to watch individuals at Rangers. I just want wins. I want to see our club being successful. It's inevitable where it's going to go, but let it go there. Take its course. The results are no good enough for now, and eventually that will lead to them making a decision for he's going to go. But all this hatred and poison, and that's affecting that team that we're watching now. Whether we accept that or no, it is, because as Albert touched on there, you go to your work in that environment, you're not going to produce what you should be producing because you're under a pressured environment. There, young Asgard went away with Norway and scores 4 goals. He can't hit a barn door with us, you know.
He scored 4 goals in 26 minutes. We've not scored 4 goals.
I know, exactly, I know, but he's getting into a different environment. He's no feeling as much under pressure. He's playing with better players, and all of a sudden, all the chains have come off him, and then he can concentrate on his fitment, be good, but he's at our club for. But because of everything that's coming for the stands, of vitriol and everything, they're all getting caught up in the emotion, and it's powder keg stuff. They're just waiting on a spark to start bombasting.
I was saying something today, and I must have mentioned something I can't remember mentioning, all it be. But Barry Ferguson's tenure, he won 4 out of 12 at Ibrox. It just shows you how your memory plays tricks.
He didn't win again at Ibrox.
But Fergie's light. Know what I mean? But Fergie's in this position now, and he had the same record as Martin right now. Do you think they'll be all sitting there thinking Fergie's a great manager? Know what I mean? It's just results, mate. They need to win games. It's the end of the story, mate. That's it. Win games or go. That's as simple as that, mate.
That's the industry you're in, Albert, isn't it?
Of course it is. And he's not the only one. It's different if he's getting singled out that he's the only one. Still, every manager in the game's like that. Any level. So you're looking for, what's wrong? He's got to carry the can. Of course he's got to carry the can. Are we playing well? No, we're not. Are we set up right? No, he can see is doing some crazy decisions. Of course he is. But there's certain points that he's getting right when he's saying that there was mistakes made by the referee, 3 mistakes in the game. He's right. But there's no accepting that. That's an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's facts. Right.
What was your take on the referee in the last weekend, Albert? I'd be interested to hear that. Have a break at AK, maybe come back after the tune if you
absolutely. Give me a shout.
Mate, look, it's there for you to see. And if you listen to the people down south as well, watching that, and they're telling you, everybody sees it, everybody knows it's right. So the question needs to come up now. What's going to happen to these people? Absolutely nothing. They'll rock up again, and then look at the officials. We'll go to this tomorrow. I mean, I think every one of them is a Celtic supporter. Every single one of them. And you're sitting going, what's this all about? We've got people in there that we didn't even want refereeing our games ever. Yeah, no, they're on. Connor's even coming to Ibrox tomorrow. I mean, if you're going to blast anybody with your hatred, these are the people you should be aiming at. The people that are actually hurting the club. Martin's not trying to hurt the club. He's trying to improve the club, improve the players, and get the results. But these people, they're terrified again a decision against the mob across the city, but they're not terrified to get against Rangers. They don't even care if it's blatantly wrong. Like that Hornboy and Hartsfield. I mean, and the goal against Hibs last year with Raskin. I mean, they don't care, mate. They're just, I am doing it. And then they're coming out with, and then you get that liar, Colin. I mean, he's already been called out as an incompetent clown anyway at Parkhead, and then lied about what he's doing, what he's trying to do. It's nonsense, mate. And then they make him in charge. So what chance have you got? We're all thinking about. We're thinking of winning leagues, mate.
You can't say that. You can't say that. There's no way you can say that. He's all right to like it. He just goes to a wee box and it's all right. Carry on.
Aye, well, that's fine in there. You can do all sorts in there, can't you? But. We're thinking about winning leagues. I mean, that game there on Saturday is a prime example. That's a 6-point swing, mate. Now you're 9 points behind in the league. You didn't have to be. You should have been 3 points behind in the league. Did they deserve to be 3 points behind? Probably not. But do you ever hear any other club who wins a game that they shouldn't have won complaining about it? They roll up their sleeves, win the game, and then just walk away. I mean, I've stood there, and you've stood there, and Alex stood there, and everybody watched teams come to Ibrox and said, did they deserve to get a point or win a game? And the first thing it says, especially on the BBC, the first thing it says, they deserved that. You're going, well, what do you mean they deserved it? Because they scored the goal, one more goal on us, they deserved it. But did they deserve it from a football point of view? Probably not. But they never tell you that. But yet, when we win a game we shouldn't win, we complain about it. Oh, boy, we won it, but come on, that was not right, wasn't it? But you win the game. it's everything you do, everything he does is wrong. Everything he does is wrong. Everything he says is wrong. Everything he talks about is wrong. So you start going, give up. I've just gave up. I concentrate on the game more. I want Rangers to win tomorrow. I want the Rangers to win every game.
Yeah.
Every game.
Yeah. You all right there? I feel better for that.
I'm sitting there drinking a nice cup of tea, very relaxed, mate. Thank you very much.
You get the ice sponge. He likes his ice sponge. You know that, AK?
I hope it's no green tea.
I don't drink green tea. It's blue tea, I drink.
He puts a big blue pill in his tea, AK.
Aye.
Oh, aye. It gets stuck in his throat. He's got a stiff neck.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
My days of blue pills are well going, mate.
Southside will give you one.
No. You like some, but I don't know if we can go that far.
I know. It's women I'm trying to attract you. You behave yourself.
That was a bold statement there, AK. Yes. I hope Southside didn't suddenly just hear that bit.
I know the lawyers will be onto me.
The lawyers? It wouldn't be the lawyers I'd be worrying about. Anyway, listen, we'll hear the second part of Russell Martin's interview. And you just never know. We might get an idea of who might be playing, who's not playing, if any injuries, etc. That would be a shock, wouldn't it?
Well, don't hold your breath for it.
All right. Let's hear Russell Martin.
That must be as hard for you than anything else to try and reassure them and comfort them.
Yes, it's that's the personal bit that is difficult because people worry about you, and I think they read. Well, I don't read any of it, so they do because they want to feel like some connection with it because I'm a long way away from them. So, but I think last week is a lot of perspective. Like I wasn't very well. I got out of bed on Thursday and Friday to take the session and went back to bed. I had a chest infection all week. My daughter's been in hospital for 3 nights this week, but it's not like that gives you perspective because it's difficult seeing your kids poorly and all that stuff. But like I read a few things my mum sent me saying how unwell I looked or beaten up after the game. It's because I'd been in bed all week. I wanted to sit down at 60 minutes, but I felt I couldn't because I was getting shouted at by a lot of people and it would have looked a certain way. So you have to be aware of all of that. But honestly, for us, you have to accept it. Coming to a club like this, I knew the intensity of it was part of the excitement and the challenge of coming here and choosing this job over others. So if you want to enjoy it when it's going well, you have to accept it when it's not as well. So for us, fine. For the families, they have to be used to it because I want to be a manager for a very, very long time. So they're just going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In those tough moments, is there people that you rely on, either in the game or out, when times are tough and everything's been questioned about you personally and as professionally? Is there people in the game that you turn to?
I've had some amazing messages in the last week of support from people I played with, people I've worked with, players we've managed and coached, ex-players from here, people that have an understanding of what we're trying to do. But yeah, of course, you have a few people, the staff we have here that have been with me for a long time, and then people outside of the game. So yeah, I think there's always a few people you can really rely on, but also to be honest as well and give you a different opinion. It's not like you don't want loads of sycophants around you. Just you want some honesty and some perspective, and so there's some amazing people who can give you that.
Can I ask an update on Nico Raskin as well? Could we expect
him? Yeah, he's in
the
squad. Yeah, he's trained really well this week. I think even that situation, maybe it's a necessary thing for this group to improve, to understand what is really important. I think it will be a really important period for Nico and his growth as a human being and a player, and I think it will be good for me in the long term as well to really to learn from it. So he's in a good place. He's back in the squad. I'm looking forward to having him back in.
Last couple of guys with Michael and Jane, please.
Russell, Patrick Stewart, I think, has also been kind of targeted as such by some supporters. What's your relationship like with him, and do you feel that is unfair that he's been singled out as well?
So I have a good relationship with Patrick. Obviously, we don't deal with each other every day because he's down here and we're at the training ground. But I said to Patrick, it's really, it's like, I think this club has been used by some individuals over the last however long to come here and progress their career, to have the status of being attached to the football club in the city, enjoy that. And I think there's been a lot of people come and go that have had that bit of it and enjoyed that bit of it. And in Patrick, in the ownership, in Kevin, you've got people that actually really care about making this club like sustainable and successful again, and to do it in a way that the club continues to have some success. So we know it's going to take some work to get back to that. And I think when you're in a role that I'm in, Patrick's in, of course you're always going to be, if it's not going so well, you're always going to be a target of frustration. But what I would say to people is, like, he genuinely really cares about the people here. He genuinely really cares about trying to give the club something to, like, build from. And also he didn't inherit a place that was really flying and ticking along and the culture's great and all that stuff. So I think it takes time, again, off the pitch to change things and to, especially with the level of scrutiny that you have. So my impression of Patrick, the owners, Kevin, the people in leadership are good people, honest people that are not here to be attached to the fame and the level of importance or status you have with this job. They're here to actually come and make a big difference and to try and help this club not have the problems that it's had in the past. So it's I'm sure it's frustrating for him as it is for me, but also I think he's a strong enough character to deal with it. Otherwise you don't find yourself at a club like he was at for a long, long time, and also a club like this in the first place. So I think inside the building he has a huge amount of support, as I feel I do as well right now. So ultimately we can't control the rest, and he's a more experienced and wise man than me with all the experience he's got. That's a nice way to say he's much older than me, but I'm sure he's more than capable of dealing with all of that. And as I said, he's been really consistent. And I think in a leadership role, that's all you want, is consistency. And ultimately we have to win matches, and come the end of the season, hopefully that noise has died down because we've done well.
Russell, obviously we've spoken about the fans and what they're thinking off the back of last weekend as well. How significant is this match on Saturday? I know they're all big games for Rangers, but this one specifically, how significant is it, do you think?
For us as a group, it's really important. It's really important to win a game. We have a chance to be in a semi-final of a cup. It gives us a chance to really achieve winning some silverware, which is what we're here for. And it just gives us a chance to put a performance on the pitch that we actually like and we actually enjoy, and wins us the game and something we can build from. So in terms of all the rest, I can't answer that, how significant that is, because like I said, I can't control it. What I want to see is a team that plays with the intensity and the togetherness that I see on the training pitch and I saw at the top of a hill after a long walk.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Right, okay, there's a bit of personal stuff in there, and I think we sort of covered some of that, yeah, that you never know what's going on in somebody's life, really. But also, the Nico Raskin will be one of the main talking points again. He's back in the squad, and looks as if he might start again, potentially. And everybody will look back, why was he not playing last week? We can't look back, we've got to try and look forward. As much as I've been critical of the manager, I want him to be successful on Saturday evening. AK.
I think we're all sharing their sentiments, certainly on here. Where I know there'll be supporters out there. We heard Band the other night to say that he hopes that we get beat the weekend so they can speed up the process. Relieving Russell Martin his duties. I'm not of that mindset. I don't think you two guys are. In fact, I know you two aren't either. So I don't share that. But there is supporters out there. Boycotts, walkouts, protests, chantings against our manager. I'm not against particularly the kind of the protests or anything like that, but boycotts or that. Nah, I'm not for that, mate. I'm there to support the team. I'll be there tomorrow, same as yourselves, and I'm hoping that Rangers can come out there and get a result to get into the semi-final of the cup. But it's there's a lot of waiting issues. to know where some of the answers. We know that Raskin's part of the squad docs, but that's about it. We still don't know where Lyle Cameron's fit to come back into selection or no, so we're just going to be guessing.
I mean, he obviously played international football, you know.
But even Rothwell, we don't know where Rothwell was injured last week. Aye, I know.
Yeah, we don't know, mate. We don't. Albert.
Yes, as much as we say that before the second half, his interview is he's got personal issues. He's got like everybody else. No, I mean, it's you got to remember, as we said, he's a human being. The hatred towards him, the feeling's well known. We don't need to keep ramming it down his throat. We know. Try and take him a bit of respect. I mean, in fact, heaven forbid, try and give him a bit of support, because the results will get him. If he doesn't start winning games, the results will get him. So you can stop the boos and all the chant and get to whatever, because that doesn't matter now, mate. You've made that well. You've made your feelings well clear on that position. So now let's just say, all right, let's go and cheer for a change and sing our songs and get right behind it, the whole stadium, for when he's in it. I don't know when he's got to be in it, but let's do that for a wee change, just for a change. Let's go. Let's have a go at it.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Matt. Evening, Matt.
Good evening, guys.
How are we doing, mate? What's on your mind, bro?
Well, I think his interview was a load of rubbish, personally. I don't know why he's bringing his personal life into it. There's no need for that. He keeps that outside of work. He's there to do a job. He's there to train football players. Doesn't need to bring his daughter into it. Everybody's got personal problems. I don't take my personal problems to work. Why is he doing that in an interview? That's my first thought.
You've just made my point, mate. You've just proved my point, what we said at the start of the show, mate.
I missed the start, sorry.
Whatever he says, mate, it's not going to make any difference, because people will take it and dissect it and take whatever they think. He can't do right for doing right. I get it, mate. I'm not sticking up.
Is he maybe saying that to, right, going to get off my back? I've got personal problems.
That's the problem we've got to, mate. And I'm not saying he should still be in position at the club. I'm just saying the reality of where we've got to. Whatever he says is right. Whatever he does is right. And we picked up on it last week when the decisions have come out today. We've not really discussed the discussions. He mentioned it in the press conference last week. That was right. Look, mate, he was asked a question, answered it. Too much information for some? Fine, I get that. People are entitled to their opinion. It maybe his argument be answered it honestly. Maybe in hindsight, he should have been at his work last Saturday, and we might have won again, Mikey. Yeah.
Aye, possibly. Anyway, good evening to you, Matt. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I mean, I know where Ox is coming from there. And I know where you're coming from as well. You don't like to take personal stuff, but the guy's just asking a question. I think he asked about, I think the journalist asked about his family and about his support. And he was just, I think, maybe being honest there, maybe too honest. That he could have said, well, my family's there supporting me and they don't need to worry about it. I'm concentrating on the job. He might not had to mention about his daughter, but by the way, what I will say, just wish his daughter well. Because we've all got families, we've all got kids and stuff like that. You wouldn't like to see any of them, poorly like that. So,
I get it, Matt.
I don't know.
I get it, Matt. I get your point, mate.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, on you go, Mulder.
He got asked the question about feelings and how it was affecting him, and he turned around and says it's not affecting him, but it's affecting his family. And then he went to put, he mentioned his daughter and all that to put the whole thing into perspective from his point of view, and he was hoping other people would look at that and say, there is worse things at sea. You know what I mean? We're no winning games and we're no playing well. It's not the end of the world, mate. If your daughter's in hospital or unwell, that's the perspective he's trying to put it in. He's not trying to get sympathy or look, I'm trying to deflect away from what we're doing. And it's disingenuous to say he is. It's ridiculous, mate. No matter what the guy says, they're all going to pickle him. He's no meaning any of that. He's trying to get you to look up and say, okay, I know we're not playing well. And it's no for the want of trying to play well. It's no for lack of effort within the training camp and the players themselves. We're trying to get it right. So a bit of perspective, that's all it is, mate. I knew it. See, as soon as I heard that this afternoon, I knew that was going to one of that was a tilt that the supporters are going to put on it. He's looking for sympathy. He's not looking for sympathy, mate. Perspective. That's what he's looking. That's what he's trying to get into. Is a bit of perspective. Results will get him, mate. That's what he's need to worry about.
As only about results we care about in reality, you know. Matt, back in you come, mate.
Right. I take the points. Obviously, I wouldn't mean any ill will.
You're entitled to your view on it, mate. Your take on it. We've just got a different perspective. Doesn't mean we think he should be our manager. They're two different things, mate.
Well, this is the next question I'm going to ask you. I wanted to ask this the other night, but my bloody phone died. So, do you guys think he's the main issue, or do you think it's coming from above, and maybe he could be better?
Right. Well, it's a tough question, that one. Why go first, boys?
Why, isn't it?
You carry on, Ox. You normally bat that one away.
Look, the structure and what happens in the support and what happens, we're not really privy to that. We're only measuring our football club and what we see for 90 minutes on a Saturday, well, a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day the game's on.
Yeah.
Right? We're only judging that. And at the moment, and by the way, there was a bit when they said that the team didn't look coached. I don't think we might know whether we're coached. We don't look as if we're coached well. I've got a lot of issues with the team. Throw-ins, the lack of movement at the throw-ins were set up at a corner. Even the way we take the centre now is just, they've turned into rugby. There's no thought in it. I don't like the way my midfield set up. So that's the criticism. Now, the other people are there to give him support so that he gets the team right. That's their job. We're not really privy to that. All we can judge is the football team and possibly recruitment, mate. So if you look at them so far, Philwell's job has been a failure because the recruitment's not working because of results. And Martin's not doing a good job because the team's not playing well at all and hasn't all season. So that can judge it. So at the moment, what we see is it would be the football team. Above it, there might be issues, mate, but it's hard for us to measure that. We can assume a lot. We can assume a lot, yes. And we can look at the recruitment and say, X tick, X tick, X tick. And there's more X's than ticks, mate. So that gives you an issue with the people involved in that. So that brings Kevin Berbell into the spotlight also. Whether the chairman's doing a good job, it doesn't look like it, but you don't know what his remit is and what else he's trying to do. So if we'd won every game this season, we wouldn't be talking about the chairman. AK.
I think there's a lot of truth in what you said there, Ox, the way you broke that down. I think there's just a collective responsibility. I don't think you can finger it on one man. It's his fault, and that's the reason why we're not getting the results we're looking at. I think the only people that you couldn't blame out of the situation, and possibly you could actually, when you see who they have picked, is the actual owners themselves, because they've made money available to Kevin Fairwell and to Russell Martin to go in and get the players that he wanted today. So they were happy with the business that have done the transfer market with players out and players in. That's what they've stated. So it's then up to Russell Martin to coach them into a style formation that, gets his wins, gets his shots on goal. And it's obvious it's not working. And eyes don't lie to us. So there's certainly deficiencies there. And the players aren't playing as well as what they should be doing either, so they're not getting away with it. And obviously Patrick Stewart's picking fights there right away with the UB, and that's not helping his cause. So, and effectively the support isn't helping the team either with the toxic atmosphere. So if you finger point at people within the club, I think you've got to look at yourself as a supporter. Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, you go to Ibrox and you get right behind the team? Because at the moment, I would say no, the majority aren't. So you need everybody on the same sheet, and that's no been happening for the start of the season.
Holber.
No, I don't think it's coming from up the stair. That's a short answer. I'll tell you my reasons why. I don't think it's coming from up the stair. If you look at it and break it, you put it into compartments, mate. And if you start with Stuart's here, he can grow the club. That's his remit, mate. He'll grow the club all over the park. He'll grow it. The chairman, he shouldn't be here all the time. That's why they're not at the club all the time, every day of the week. And when the owners are not there, the owners bought the club, put the investment in place, put the chairman in place. He then puts his Stuart and the rest of the departments in place, and they all go on with their jobs. So Stuart's here to grow it. Thywell, he's getting the blame as well. Thywell's brought £23 million into this club, so he's got your model, or trading model, up and running, mate. This is the first time it's probably been up and running in, 10, 20 years. So we're actually up and running. He's got that up and running. And bear in mind the amount of time these people have been in this door. Apart from Stuart, who's been in for roughly a year, is it? Thywell's been in for months. Martin's been in for months. So he's in. The problem you've got is the football side. The football side was no clicking at the moment. I'll emphasise at the moment. What I see is happening in the football team, it's like Christmas is coming up. It's like trying to decorate the Christmas tree. We've got the baubles, but we've not bought the tree yet. And that's, I think, what's happening. You've got odd pretty players in there. You've got players that are skillful, decent players, but you've just no got the main event. The tree's not there yet, mate. So you get branches, baubles, or whatever you call it. But we need to get that. And that takes time. And you've got to remember the amount of time these guys had to put all this in place. They never had any time whatsoever. So they've got to do it in a slow process over a year, 2 year, 3 year, whatever long. I don't want it to be that long. I hate the thought of it being that long, but it's a fact of life. Nobody's going to do what they have to do to grow the club up to the standard and up to the size it should be at. Then get the football. Change 32 players in a short period of time. But no considerations given to that. It's just, we're crap on the park. He's a crap manager. Get rid of him. Get rid of Thywell. Get rid of Purdy. Get rid of Stuart. Or get rid of the chairman. See the owners. What are the owners then? We need to get rid of them or not. It's mental. It's just mental, mate. All within the space of 2 months? Crazy, mate. Crazy. So you need to take it into the idea of what's going wrong. The football side's going wrong. We all see it's going wrong. You can't hide that. You can't protect the manager. And he doesn't give you much to work with to protect him. Saying, he's getting this right, he's getting that right. But at the end of the day, you can't attack the club. The club, the owners have bought it and doing well. And the old board sold it to people that they think could grow the club and bring the club out to some sort of standard. You've got to remember, we've been a basket case for years, mate. Years and years and years. But we want to sort it in 2 months. It's not happening. It'll never happen that way. But it will happen if we give it time. And the progress is going to be the balance sheets with Stuart. The balance sheet will tell you everything you want about him. The results will tell you about Martin. And the success or failure of the players on an individual level will tell you about Thywell and Purdy. So there's different compartments. You can't lump them all together and say it's all just garbage in 2 months. It's madness. Cheers, mate. It's absolute madness.
Cheers, mate. I'm tipping, Matt, that they were the answers you were expecting.
No, but I did like it. Honestly, if I never phoned in, I would hope somebody else would ask that question. Is that his broke it down? It does. It's, and what I was going to say, it starts with the fans that project themselves onto the pitch. Then it goes to the players and then the manager. I was just wondering if you think there's maybe an issue with the two above him. But it's right what you're saying. Stuart's been brought in to build the club up, which is that's why he was brought here. And the other one, I don't really know anything about. And all I knew is he was at Everton. I'd never really followed him, so I don't know anything about him.
No, listen, mate. Till he walked in the door, I'd never heard of him, mate. Obviously it was tipped. It was rumoured for a few weeks. He came in it, and you have a look at Wikipedia, LinkedIn, and all the usual things. And I think you usually look at Grindr as well, didn't you? But
right, that's enough.
But you look at all the usual places, didn't you? And then you see, all right, he was there. But look, you're never really, as Southside says, you're never really bothered about the past or about the day after. We're pretty selfish, really. We don't care. We're only interested in what they do at our place, eh?
Yeah. That to me, Ox.
You, mate.
Right, no bother. No, you're right. Listen, I didn't know who Kevin Thelwell was either, Matt. Didn't know who Ross Wilson was. I didn't know who Mark Allen is. All these guys have got jobs in football, you know, and they're dotted draw round about, you know, major leagues, lesser leagues, all around Europe. Some of them do a fantastic job. They get headhunted with other ones. They all go where the kind of money is. And somebody thought in their wisdom that he would have done a better. Well, let's be honest here. But we didn't have a director of football for what, about 3 years. When Ross Wilson left, we didn't have a CEO, and John Bennett and that stepped in that position. So we didn't have any of the people in situ after Robertson and Wilson left. You know, and Bisgrove was there, and he wasn't qualified for that position either. So we've not really had a structure within the club for a lot of years. And these guys have came in, you know, they've got their blueprint. They probably headhunted them, think that they were the right people for the job. They obviously trust them to give them, you know, the interview process, and eventually landed with Russell Martin. But let's be honest as well, what was the calibre of manager that went for the position? As far as we're led to believe, it was just Russell Martin and Ancelotti Jr. So you look at it from their perspective, they're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, that they're going to go for Russell Martin. What was his pedigree? Where is he managed? What was his success rate? And look at Ancelotti. Well, he's not even been a manager. So it wasn't a great pick between they two in the first place. I don't know if there was any other candidates. You know, at least before you had, you know, Philip Clement, who'd done a decent job at Genk and that in Belgium, and you'd Frank Lampard seemingly interested in it and that, with a wee bit of pedigree and everything. Brought Souness into the equation, and they went for Clement. So on their head be it, if this goes wrong, for me, it's not just one guy. I think we should be looking at, you know, other ones further up the tree, and learn from your mistakes, because what we're seeing out in the park now, it's no going well. So it's inevitable. It's going to just let nature take its course, and he'll lose his job.
Matt?
No, I would agree. Definitely. The other thing I wanted to ask, because one of you said it after my question, you spoke about like a rebuild sort of structure, getting back into the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like to get them back up to first. What position would you be happy with this season? As in, would you care about? Would you, right, sorry, I'll rephrase. Would you care about making the Champions League or the UEFA Cup in the state we're in?
Oh, mate, I'm not happy if Rangers only winning the league, mate. Yeah, I'm not happy if Rangers are the number one, mate. Albert, I think you're the same.
First, Mark, to answer it short, first. Aim at first.
Aye, but what I'm meaning, if you want... No, sorry, I interrupted you.
I'm not going to be happy in any position but first. I'm not coming on here and sit and telling you one thing and then going to contradict myself and say, oh, it's all right, we come 6, 7, 8, whatever. First, we're aiming for first this year.
I do understand. You're aiming for the treble. That.
Everything else is failure, mate. It's failure. If we don't get first and we don't win the treble, everything else is failure. If we're having to build the club. Exactly, mate. But you can still go for first, building a club. Whether you're going to get it, it remains to be seen.
That's a different question, isn't it?
Aye, completely. So at first, you're asked the question, Mark. If you're asking me first, that's what we're going to be happy with first.
Maybe I'm asking the question the wrong way.
I don't know the answer, AK. He always comes first, AK.
You'll be on the naughty step tonight, by the way you're going. But Matt, what would you be satisfied with? I know you're asking the question.
Every single Rangers fan wants to win the league, right? But I don't know I don't know what one of you two said it. You were talking about like rebuilding, restructuring and all that. In my opinion, the state this club's in just now, it's going to take them 2 years to restructure that club properly. And if you're restructuring something, a company, because that's what Rangers is they're a company, it's going to take them 2 years to win the league. So for me, I would be happy with second. I want first, but I would be happy with second. And the position, if that makes it any simpler, I know every Rangers fan is going to turn around and say, I'd be happy with 7th place. Or I'd be happy with 6th or 5th.
You've also got to look at the business. The business, because of Scottish football, the business is huge, mate. We're not a big business. You know,
no, I know that. I was just using the business as an example, saying that word.
You know, the thing will grow and they'll be looking at opportunities where they're going to take that. But a lot of that comes after the football.
Yeah.
And they'll see tomorrow where if you don't get it right, some of your revenue streams aren't great, aka.
Aye, well, it's already proved so far already this season before we're walking into the game tomorrow. I was at the Owl again, and it was 33,000 was the attendance that day, but it might have been less with the CCS scheme. You'd a big game against Bruges. It wasn't a full house. They gave 43,000. I believe we've got 33,000 round about that in the CCS scheme that I've heard people have cancelled. Some of them, I think they've got 6,500, 7,000 tickets sold, and you've got 3,000 for Hibs. So I've got no idea what the attendance will be tomorrow, but I think it's safe to assume it's more full house.
You know the best laugh? Yeah. So many people have cancelled if it was a semi, if we get through tomorrow. And
they'll be looking for a ticket.
They'll be looking for a ticket.
Aye. I know. Aye. Fickle fans, eh?
Yes. Albert.
What's the question? What do you want the answer?
I can't remember. I need to go back to Matt.
No, I think it was you talking about the attendance. I think my question was answered.
The business isn't huge, Albert. You've got to grow the football to help grow the business.
Of course. I mean, it's logic tells you it's going to take. Mark might be right. We'll know 2 years to win the league. He might be right. There's no reason to say at the moment he's wrong. But the point is, you've got to aim for the first. I think he knows that anyway. You've got to aim for the first.
Yeah, I think I worded it wrong.
Aye.
Sorry
for that. Happy if he came second. I would accept it because you can't do anything else but accept it. Whatever you end up in the league once the games are done. So that's where you're going. I wouldn't be happy with it, but I wouldn't be sitting going, oh, that was all right. We've done well. But what you've got to understand, after the referee decisions last week and the ones we've been getting all season, if you get second, you might go, it's a minor miracle. We got second with these referees because there's one thing's for sure. If we don't get this referee sorted, and I'll give this back to you, Mark, if we don't get these referees sorted, there is no chance of winning the league. Everybody needs to get that in their heads because these guys are definitely against Rangers. There's no doubt about it. We get refereed to a different standard, man.
It's hard to argue with that, Matt.
Well, I think this is like the 5th, 7th time I've phoned in. The first time I phoned in was the last, I think it might have been the first game of the season. And my question was about VAR. Is it good for Scottish football? I think referees have got worse this year than last year with decisions against Rangers.
No, for a certain team, no.
Oh, no, not for a certain team, of course not. A team that had 2 minutes.
Hey, Mark, no, when you get a supporter in VAR who turns around and says it's more out the penalty's more out the area than in it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? In a cup final, a season ticket holder of one of the clubs playing. You can't, I mean, that's what's wrong. There's nothing wrong with the systems. Yeah. The systems are there to do good. But if you get people operating the systems and blatantly cheating and getting caught cheating, then you've no matter what system you put in, it's still going to work.
They've still got them officiating at games. But actually, it's just, I don't know how we get away with it. It's going to be it could be a whole show on its own, AK, because we're going to have to take up the cudgel eventually. And with the club day, we're going to have to support them. But you want to do it in a position of strength. You know, but we'll come back to it. Right, I wonder what the tune will be tonight. Any idea, AK?
No, Derry's Wolves.
No surrender.
All right, yep. I just wonder. Get yourself a mute, man, because we're going to have a tune.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
There's another verse to that. There's not a hair on it. We all know the rest of it.
Oh, no, mate. No.
I never say that.
That's
your minds. That's your minds. Say that again.
It's pure as the driven snow, my mind.
Oh, aye. Oh, aye, definitely, mate. With brown sections.
You enjoy that one? You won that? You enjoy that?
Aye, sir. That was great. Oh, aye. Oh, aye. Get the Kalashnikov off mute. He's mad. Big Kalashnikov's on mute.
No, I enjoyed that, pal. Aye, always good to hear the tunes on there.
Good, mate. Good. Right, okay. Right, tomorrow, Nico Raskin start for you. All better than Matt.
If it's a benefit of the team, absolutely. If the manager says start and it's a benefit of the team, and everything's sorted out, absolutely.
Matt?
If everything's sorted out, like Albert said, I would say he should start. If no, maybe a half-time change.
AK?
Same as the guys here. As long as everything's sorted out behind the scenes, I'm delighted to see Nico Raskin take his place in the middle of the park, and let's hope the wee man drives us on to a win. And by the way, see on that, Oxy, I think Kavanagh is actually went like that. Bang, he's the guy here. We need that wee guy out in the park. He's your main asset. Get that sorted.
Nope.
You think that's? No.
Nope. No, absolutely. You're not getting involved with that. It's a day-to-day decision, mate. It's got nothing to do with overall. He's the owner. Well, 49ers. He's representing the owners of the club. Oh, I don't see it. Micromanaging, that's called, mate.
Do you see it, AK?
I think you might have an input. You might be right.
Is that because it's, say, a £15 million asset? Is that your thinking?
Aye, and plus he's our best player. He's been told that the wee guy's starting in a Belgian team. Get that sorted out. No, I mean, he's just come in there, owner, and everybody's below him. Get that sorted out. We need that wee guy out in the park, because if you leave him out, his monetary value is just going to decrease, and we're no winning. So get that sorted out. Get the wee man on the park.
We weren't winning when he was in the team, mate. Put it this way: see if he turns around and says that he gets involved in it. And the manager turns around and says, well, it's unreconcilable. We can't do it. What do you do then? I know everybody was screaming, I get rid of the manager, then I know that's what they're going to be screaming, but what do you do? What do you do, mate? You're undermining your own manager. If you start doing that, that's a slippery slope. That is definitely a slippery slope. You've got to take it whatever the manager says is read, mate. That's it. If he's decided this player's no playing, he's no playing. Done. Finished. Results will determine Martin's future, as it does, as we keep on saying, does with every manager. But you can't have the owners coming in and micromanaging the team, mate. That's just definitely not going to work. If that actually happened, I could see Martin walking away himself, going like, nah, no for me. No for me. This is definitely not for me. I wouldn't blame him for doing that either. No, that would make a lot of people happy. But no. He's coming out to see the welfare of the club. He's coming out to get a rundown of the welfare of the club, where it sits, and overall. That's what he's out to do, mate.
I get what you're saying, Albert. I get what you're saying. When you've got to have discipline in a dressing room, but I would also like to have an explanation just to say who's in the right here and who's in the wrong. You know what I mean? Let us know what he's actually done, whether it's a breach of confidence or breach of discipline issues or what. And then we can maybe say, okay, Russell Martin.
That defeats what you've been saying earlier on.
The club's going to come out and give every single statement, every every
No, of course
discipline.
not.
Well,
Of course.
if Nico Raskin's done something wrong, you're not going to get a statement on it, mate. You know,
because that will affect the value as well.
I don't think everybody would have it totally against the manager then and be on automatically Nico Raskin's side. You know.
No, it doesn't matter what comes out of that. They're going to boo the manager, mate. They're going against the manager. Forget what he says. At the end of the day, you're going against what you're saying. This is a £15 million asset, so they should come out and tell what happens if it's something really bad. That's going to affect the value. People are going to go, we're not going to touch him now. So that's something bad. You're better keeping it indoors. It will come out eventually. You know what I mean? There's no getting away from it. Over a period of time, it will definitely come out. Definitely, probably when Raskin's well away, retired for football. Because part of it will be, see if he has done something bad and somebody does buy him, then one of the things we'll say is, we'll buy him, but you don't release any statements about him and what he's done in the past, because they're not wanting their asset devalued as well. So it's circles, it's in a circle. It's the closed shop situation within professional football. Happens all the time.
Aye. Matt, you got a view on
it? I just think if that's it, if he's on the squad, I think everybody should just scrap it. It's not been released now, right? I don't think it's going to come out maybe until later on. I just think, just let bygones be bygones. Get the guy on the park and see what happens. If we win and Russell Martin's made the wrong decision, people will moan about. If we don't win, then it's not made an impact.
You got a different view, AK, yeah?
No, listen, I just want to, I'd like a bit of clarification in where it's at. I mean, I compare it a wee bit to the Cantwell situation with Clement, and I was with Clement on that, but also, you know, you admit for what you see, Cantwell was a good player, but if he was causing bother after, you know, behind the dressing room, being, you know, causing issues with other players as well as the manager, then the manager has to have that discipline to say, no, enough's enough. I don't care how good you are. You're not being a disruptive influence in my dressing room. But again, if it affects the results and you need a player of that calibre out in the park who can help get to wins. I mean, Souness had the same issue with McCoy's, but McCoy's got the heat done, professional manner. Big Dessers are the same. You know, professional manner. He didn't do what Agaman did. No, stuff you. I'm not going on the park. You know, he came on the last 10 minutes against Celtic, knowing full well that was going to be his last game. But that's what you do. That's how you act as a pro. We just don't know what's actually happened for it to get to this stage. But the fact that he's been, you know, reintegrated back into the squad and he's available for selection, I'm hoping that's that a line drawn under it now, and we can get the wee man out in the park.
Aye, listen, at the start of the season, when everybody's lining up, who's our best player? Nico Raskin. Would that be fair, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Nico Raskin's form last season and he starts playing like that again, he'll be our best player. And he was bossing games. And sometimes you felt as if he was playing the team's on his own. If you're honest, Albert.
Well, the question I'd be asking is not if he's playing, if he is playing, where's he playing? That's the question I'd be asking. And if he plays number 6, you can say it's been a positional argument, probably. If he's playing where he wanted to play, is it further forward? Well, you can say, is the manager saying, no, you're playing there? So that's the question I'd be asking. If he's playing, where's he playing? I hope Rodwell's fit and ready to play as well, because the wee cameo last week was good. So they too have got to be in the team long term and playing well. The whole thing changes if they two play well together and do their roles, whatever roles it is. We all say Baskin should be playing the 6 and Rodwell should be playing further forward. And if you listen to some of the other people who played with Rodwell, they're telling you he's one of the fastest players on the ball he's ever seen when he's carrying the ball. And that wee cameo he done against Hearts proved that point. I know it wasn't enough. I know you got to do it over full games and lots of them. But he looked a different player altogether to me. I'm going, this is not like it. Then he gets an injury and you go, let's just do a look in it. Let's just do a look. We'll finally get this player playing well. and he runs into a Hearts player and gets injured. Well, it's not the first time a player's been injured against Hearts, but there you go. So the two of them, in my mind, in the centre of the park, they are the two main men. Cameron and Barn and Diamandi and Asgard and Birami and all these players. These are all supplement players to me as well. I don't consider them as mainstay players. I don't think they're going to be the tree I was talking about. They're no the tree, mate. They're just baubles, and they're picked for particular games.
Of course, you're the star on top of the tree, Albert.
Of course, mate. Aye, well, an angel.
He's normally the angel that flies off the tree. Normally the angel that flies off the tree on Christmas Day.
Yeah, strange things happening. This is, I'll tell you. Anyway, aye. So you get what I'm saying. We've got to have they two in the team playing well. That's the crux to it, mate. And if they do play well, I think you'll see a complete different Rangers.
All right. So you've all got Raskin in your team then? Yeah?
Aye.
If he's fit, mate, aye.
Aye.
Yep.
Okay. Cornelius, is he starting tomorrow? AK?
100%, yes.
Albert?
Oh, absolutely, mate. There's nothing to hold him out, is there, really, honestly?
Right, okay. Matt?
Yes.
I agree. Is there any chance that the back four could be Tavernier, Suter, Cornelius, and the young boy at left back?
Megoma.
His name. Megoma.
Megoma, yeah. I think that'll be the four, yeah.
Aye. What you thinking, Albert?
Aye, definitely, mate. I can see that. You might even go a back three. You never know. But anyway, I can definitely see that for me. It makes more sense that's going to be the four. I've been talking with the left back. I like the wee guy. I think the wee guy's a crank player. I love his attitude as well. He just gets tore in there, mate. He's no problem with him at all. Tab's Tab, isn't he?
Aye, I get it, mate. Aye. I don't think Tab had a great game last week, but you know, Nobody did. You know, so we agree in the back four, and we'll get if Rothwell's fit, you're bringing him back, and then you've got Raskin, and then it's up for debate for the other one. What are you thinking, Matt?
I wouldn't have Diamandi.
Well, he's been atrocious apart from the Celtic game, mate. He's been atrocious. You're right.
People might not agree with me, but I would do that with Curtis. I put him in the midfield. It's a cup game. I know somebody will say he's too young maybe to start, but I would give him a shot.
I don't think he's too young, mate. I like young Curtis, but he doesn't play in midfield.
Oh, he's a winger. So he is.
Listen, mate, if you were part of the panel, we'd be sending you to HR to get drug tested for that one. AK?
Right, okay.
I wouldn't send you, Mark. I would search you to see if you have any drugs on you. share alike.
No, I thought Theo Ashgard actually played quite well last week. I thought he was the best there. A bad bunch. I would give him a start again tomorrow.
Aye, but do you know when I've watched?
In what position, Alec? What position?
Aye, that's a big question, Albert. Because when I watch him, I don't think he's got a defensive side in him. I think he looks like a number 10. I know he says himself no, but he looks like the false 9. I don't know what that means anywhere, but the false 9, number 10, whatever, mate. I've not seen him so far as a midfielder, AK, but that's where he says he plays.
Well, he's not a midfielder in the sense that he doesn't go box to box or that. He does most of the good things in the kind of opposite half of the pitch where you want him to be. So if you two are playing Raskin and Rothwell in there, then I think Asgard is your link to Miovski.
All right, so you get Miovski in, have you?
No for me. Right,
Cameron's
fit. If Cameron's fit, Cameron goes in. Asgard's done nothing. Mate. Done nothing in the Rangers jersey. Absolutely zero.
Well, he hit the bar
like
last week. Mind you, so did Southside.
He's done nothing, mate. I don't think he's justified to get a position. We were saying Diamandi's not done anything. The same can be said about Asgard. I know he's only in the team. I'm not saying he's a bad player or anything, but he's not done anything to justify a jersey. Cameron, if he's fit, I would put Cameron in. Just my thought, mate.
Yeah, well, it's all about opinions, Matt.
I'll say Cameron instead of Curtis, right? I've spat the drugs out.
All right.
Don't waste them, man. Don't waste them.
Don't throw them away, mate.
I've got a testing unit in this show.
Nobody's ever passed it.
Too many rockets.
If young Cameron, I don't know if he's fit. He was sitting in the stand last week, but because the press conference never got that far, we've not got a clue.
This is the problem. They don't ask the questions about the squad. They're just concentrating on different things, to ruffle Russell Martin, and it's poor when you go over.
One thing to concentrate, mate. It's no different things. It's just one thing. We never hear anything about the team. Nothing at all.
Where does Oxford's is Chermity falling to play? Do you think he's no fit to start yet, or do we just gradually give him game time?
Well, his cameo last week wasn't great, but the team were appalling, and I think Albert made the point. We've not made a chance for a centre forward, and when he came on, the whole thing was dysfunctional because we changed the shape and we were chasing the game, and everybody was all over the place. So it's a parket, and I don't know what the boys like. So let's see if he maybe gets a cameo tomorrow where he is. But I suppose that the problem you've got with him is, Albert, that because of the price tag, everybody will expect him to walk in the team and work wonders. But I don't know if it's going to work like that.
Well, it's not a good environment for the boy to come in for a start. If for any player for that matter, let alone a boy, but the price tag's going to be a problem though. And people are putting pens through his name right away, mate. Before he even put a Rangers strip on, people are putting pens through his name. And then when they get that wee cameo, which was nothing really, going, nah. See, he told you he wasn't going to be any good. What? Like 20 minutes? Less than 20 minutes. He's no good. It's just the way it is at the moment. It's just toxic all over the place, but who knows, mate, the way it's going to happen. I don't think if he plays him and he plays Majorski, he's definitely going to change the shape of the team then. It's a different formation we're going with, isn't it? If we're playing two centre forwards up top, unless he's going to pull one to the left again.
I never get that, mate.
Right,
I never get that.
I don't get it either.
Really get that. You get two centre forwards on the partner, not playing through the middle, trying to score goals, you know?
I know, but that's the way it is. My forward line would be Majorski and Gazaman and Ant-Man.
I'm not starting Mikey Moore. I agree with you. Matt?
No.
And I would agree with that front line straight away.
Hope agreed with Albert. He hates it.
No, I wouldn't play that Mikey Moore either. I'm sorry. See, can I just ask this? Can I ask this question? See the left back. Is he on loan or have we bought him? I can't remember.
He's on loan.
The young boy.
He's on loan.
Oh, is he? Right. Okay. Right. I couldn't remember.
Who's going to be? AK, when are you going to be telling Matt he'll need to do his homework if he's going to come on here? Are you going to tell him or that?
No, because I don't do mine. That's what I've been accused of, Matt. Don't worry about it. I think he came to Brentford. Was it Brentford, McGoma?
He's on loan. One season loan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. He's got potential, but listen, I just hope Gassama, if he's starting, please play him on the left. Because Magoma and Gassama were really good against Bruges. Play them where they should be playing.
Listen, that's one of the criticisms I've got with Russell Martin, that what he's done with the teammate, it's no personal. It's been some of the things that he's moved players about. He might, if you sat down with him, we might be able to give you a valid argument, but I don't see it. I think he's weakened the team with some of his shuffling. Albert.
Oh, I agree with that. There's no doubt about that, mate. I don't think there's any defence for his positioning of some of these players out of position, especially Gazman, and we all like on that one. We all know he plays well on the left. He's proved it time and time, and he had actually proved, as Alex said, he's striking up a nice wee relationship with a young boy at left back. But that seems to be knocked in the head. They seem to want to play to the rules here and go, no, you need. If one of us are rotten, we're all rotten. So it seems to be you're not allowed to play good. You need to go with that right side and nullify you. But he's got to play them. They've got to play some of these players in the right positions. Don't messing about. Suter on the right, no the left. Gazmar on the left, no the right. It's madness, mate. It's madness. Play Azagard where he said he thinks he's his best position. Why don't just play him there? I don't know if it fits his shape and his philosophy, but if it doesn't, well, what's he doing at the club then? It's nuts, mate. It's nuts. That kind of stuff is nuts. Play. If Raskin's in play him at 6. Don't play him forward. Rodwell, play him forward because he looks better going forward, driving you up the park. He looks better up there. Stuff like that. It's basic stuff. It's no hard. Put at least two men up the park when we're defending a corner kick. You know what I mean? Instead of all standing in the area. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Put your speed merchants up front. Put Gassama and Ant-Man up. Keep them up the park when you're defending a corner kick. That means they've got to put 3 back to guard them. Instead of that, we've got everybody standing in our area. Stuff like that. No, I'm going away off on a tangent, but stuff like that all over the park. He needs to stop messing about with all that and just do the basics right, picking the team and setting it up. And let's see how we go. It's hard enough, even if you get everyone in the right positions, to win these games, because these teams don't make it easy for you. But why should they? But get yourself a fighting chance.
Ox.
Yes, mate.
I don't know if you watched any of the internationals there for last week. I think it'd be interesting, obviously, the Scotland game and the Belgian game, when Raskin's starting. And do you know what I noticed more than anything? Suter is just there as a defender for Scotland. That's all he's expected to be, and he's played well. You know, he's playing within his capabilities, but we've got a midfield there with McTominay and McGinn and Billy Gilmour and that. He shoves the ball into them and let them do the intricate passes, find the forwards, whoever it is. Raskin was doing the same with Belgium.
I've got across you, AK. Matt, when you're not talking, can you put your phone on mute, mate? We're getting a bit of feedback for you. Carry on, AK.
Hey, bother. No, it was just a wee observation, but Raskin doesn't go looking for the ball off his centre-halves at Belgium. He stays within a certain role in the team, but they guys are good enough to find him. You know, they have their set triangles, but he doesn't do that with us. He goes looking for the ball. Russell Martin expects Suter to bring the ball into the midfield and then beyond, and he's getting caught out of position. Try and make it more simple. Pass into the midfield. Let the guys, do what they're good at, and everybody had their jobs rather than 2 or 3 different things. Because I think that's maybe spinning their head a wee bit.
Anyway, we've been joined by the one and only Paul Davey. Evening, David.
Good evening, boys and girls, and all my fans on the chat. I've been on that chat, Hawks. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I wish you'd all cheer up a wee bit, but everyone's all doom and gloom. But the chat is brilliant. I can't keep up with you youngies. They just type too quick. My spelling's lousy. But anyway. But I'm telling you,
are you a one-finger man, Davey? Are you a one-finger man?
Oh,
that's a bit personal.
I was about 50 years ago.
I must have been one of the first typewriters,
I tell you, I've not got any fingers left watching this garbage. I've been chowing my fingers down to the bone. But no, I just think the toxicness of the whole thing is getting out of hand. And listening to Ali Allbeard's been spot on, or listening to you as well. I mean, that's the greatest thing about this show. You can come on and say your bit, and people will say, "Oh, that's rubbish, you're talking." But that's the great thing about the show. You can express yourself like that. But I just think the ones that are, I mean, you see that, I heard somebody say, I don't know who it is, I think Alec brought it up a bit, or Albert brought it up a bit. I'm not getting back there, and I hope they get beaten Saturday. I mean, come on. That's not, you're not a Rangers supporter. I don't care what you think. You do not come away with that bullshit. You know, we know what's happening, but hopefully we'll take it as it's coming. That's all we can do, is what Albert and Alec and yourself were saying. We've got to just take it and see where we're going to head. It's not great, it's pathetic, but it is what it is. So let's all just calm down and get on the tail of the team on a bit.
But you can't change what's happened, David.
Oh, yeah, well, I know that, Oaks, but can you change it?
And as Albert says, the results will take care of themselves, and they'll ultimately take care of the manager. That's football.
Exactly.
And you come, Albert.
That's right. You're right, Davey. It's just settled down. They all just need to settle down. I know they can have their protests and do if they want. They've got the right to do it. They pay their money and they've got their opinions on it. We've got our opinions. I'm in totally agreement with the standard of football we're watching. It's rotten. There's no getting away from it. I'm not trying to protect the manager in any shape, but some of the rhetoric, some of the actual viciousness and hatred that's going about is no, come on. Especially we're in tight, we're in manager, we're in players. No, that's no on me. It's the boo players coming on as well. I mean, I don't get that. You boo the player coming on, you'd expect him to play. You expect him to play well for you. Going, just booed the guy. He's coming on there with the attitude. The difference. They're going to boo me anyway. So what's the difference of putting much effort into this? No, there's no logic to it. I can understand the reason. I can understand they want rid of the manager, but they've made the point already, Davey. And there's no point of keeping going hour and hour and hour of the same thing. Points made. They don't like the manager. Want the manager out. That's fine. That's fine. As Ox said, results. That's what's going to determine it. In the long run, that's what I think is going to determine it. That's what I see anyway. But we all be wrong, and the owner might come out and just say, I sack him. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Alec?
You're right, man. We've all got our opinions on things like that, but it's just not a nice place to be, the atmosphere now, Davey, and I think that is spilling onto the park. So the manager mentions that last week about the players being anxious and all of a sudden that's an excuse. But you're talking about a lot of young boys out there. I mean, we've had season pros come to Ibrox. And I think Barry Ferguson actually said to Ronald de Boer, you've got 20 minutes out there to prove yourself. That's a guy that's won European Cups and starred in World Cups and Euros and all that with Holland. He says, what do you mean? He says, I'm telling you, you've got 20 minutes to prove yourself out there to that support. If they don't like you, they make your mind up. Surely no. Aye, you got the message, but that's what Ibrox can do to you. It swallows you up. You know, it's one of the best platforms, stadiums that you could play at, but see when it turns against you, and it's not a nice place. So Nene's wanted the manager. We all said that at the start of the season, but listen, we don't have a choice in that. What's happened with the personnel that's come into the club, but the results aren't as good as what they should be, and the only way that they can turn that around is by getting wins. But people will still want a replacement the manager, and fine, as I said, that the course of events, so it'll be natural. If he doesn't get the course, the wins, he's going to go. But what's the point of getting onto the team? At least support the team. I don't care about individuals within the club, but I do care about our results because it ruins your weekend. And I just want to see wins. Davey?
Oh, Davey fell off his perch all bit.
Oh, he's away by his chat. He's away by in the lobby. He's enjoying it there.
I would agree with both of you, what you said. I think the whole booing them coming on the park, I've never understood when I used to go to the games. Booing, because you're upset the team's lost when they're walking off the park. Any verbal, personal abuse towards the manager, I don't agree with that either. I'd protest outside the stadium, come in, protest, but don't shout verbal abuse at the manager, which is harmful to him in any sense.
Aye. Listen, mate, I mean, I think all this point, people have made their mind up. It's time to make their mind up. And I suppose in Russell Martin's mindset, he'll be looking to win the game tomorrow. And then that'll get him the European game, and then he wants to win that, and small steps and all that, and then slowly but surely. But it'll end inevitable because, look, he's only one bad result away from, I think, the place imploding, but even more so. But look, but I can't go in, and I agree with all Davy's mindset. I can never think that there's a Rangers team coming on the park and I don't want them to do well. I think Davy's back now. Are you back, Davy?
Aye, sorry, I was on mute because you gave me a yellow card the last time.
In fact, I just want to let you know you've had a yellow card from Mr. Fox for your limeage this evening, mate. Yeah?
Aye, what one was it? Tell me.
BS.
Oh, aye, that bullshit. That's all right. Okay.
Mr. Fox will be
well, just tell me, go and tell me take a half. Old school blood says, just tell me go and take a baby.
On you go, Davy boy.
Aye, well, what I must say, I think it was the chap that's on just now, he's were discussing in the conversation about why he's bringing his personal life out. And I know we're getting backtracking on this, but the questions that guy was getting answered were totally ridiculous. And they were just setting up the booby trap for him. And he was only answering, we've already discussed this probably, but the questions he's getting, somebody should be there just to say, look, let's talk about some football here. What about injuries? What's his position? They were just trying to trap him all the time. It was shocking.
We don't disagree. Right, how are we all doing? How's AK? How are you feeling, mate?
I am feeling all right, pal.
Albert, how are you?
Regarding the game tomorrow?
No, just in life in general.
Smashing, mate. I'm smashing.
Sure, man.
7 Saturdays. 7 Saturdays I've got, mate. I'm retired. 7 Saturdays.
Well, we're just going to ruin it for you. It's time for Southside Super 6.
Oh, here we go.
Hi, and welcome to Southside Super 6. He's had the night off again. But here's his selections for Saturday, the 20th of September. Norwich to win, Fulham to win, Cardiff City to win, Doncaster to win, Milton Keynes to win, and if you take all 6 selections, it plays 35-1. There you go. Did I miss one out there?
Sorry.
Did I miss Cardiff? I missed Stevenage.
You missed it, Stevenage.
Stevenage to win. Stevenage to win.
Super 6 going to give you 5 teams. That's going to be really hard to get on.
I'm trying to get. I better do it again.
Oxmartin.
Norwich, Cardiff, Doncaster, Stevenage, and Milton.
We've got Oxmartin on the show tonight.
You're having a nightmare, Martin.
I'm a nightmare every night, mate. I'm used to it. Yeah, I better read them out again if you two kindly shut up. Fulham, Norwich, Cardiff, Doncaster, Stevenage, Milton Keynes. 35-1. If you put £10 on, how much will you get back, AK?
Usually nothing.
Thank you, mate.
Who gets the first victory of the season? Southside or Russell Martin?
Oh dear, poor Southside. In fact, he gets more stick than Russell Martin, didn't he?
It's beginning to feel that since we started this Super 6, we've no won again. It's beginning to feel like that, mate.
You might have a point there, old, but I never really thought of it. You know?
Oh, can I say something?
Yes, mate.
Breaking news. It's 2 easy at Rugby Park, and it going into extra time. What a game.
All right, mate. Okay. Thanks for that.
Watch that game then.
Aye, we were putting on the show and recording it, mate, but thanks for that, David. That's ruined the rest of the evening, all better.
You one of the people that you're at a picture where you've seen before and you sit and tell me the ending and all that. Oh no, we see Hearts here, man. This is going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, see tomorrow. We'll do that more tomorrow. We will do them.
You meet him come out of the library all there with a book. He says, I've read that. He dies in the end.
Titanic, it sinks.
We've got to win tomorrow, Davey, but to start lifting a bit of the gloom, it's not going to solve all the issues. It's not going to take away people's anger, but we've got to win. It's a quarter final of the cup. You know, and we need to win. It's important. It's important for revenue. It's important to win the trophy. Loads of things. Confidence, hopefully. Maybe some can still happen with a manager, but you want the team to start winning. You know?
Yeah. Well, Bridgeman always said at every time when he's talking, this is a massive, massive game tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you, this is one of the biggest games we have had massively for a long, long, long time, because there's a lot riding on this. So, but I think if we turn up, I think we'll be good enough to beat them. And then we just need to see how it goes from there.
But the problem is, Davey, if we're honest, we haven't turned up all season, mate. A bit against Pilsner. Apart from that, mate, we haven't turned up all season. We're getting, David, see when you're on top, mate, can you go and you put your phone on mute, we're getting feedback for you and you'll not hear it. All better, that's the problem. The people will say, if we turn up, we win. I agree with that usually, but we haven't turned up this season.
We can't say that this season. The only person that's turned up is Butland, let's be honest about it. Some have had wee 10-minute cameos, have played decent, but as a team in a whole, nah, nowhere near it, mate. We've played 1 hour of football decent against in Europe, and that's been it. That's the sum total of the season so far. I would just like to know what is he telling them? It's so difficult to learn. I don't get it. I just don't get what's going on here, mate. I just can't figure it out. As we said before, professional football, one of the big parts of geography. So I really can't understand it. What's so difficult? Why can't you play? Why can't you run? There's nothing stopping you run. Why are you not tracking the guy you're supposed to track back? Why are you not tracking them? I mean, there's these things. There's reasons for these things. You want to be at the club? Are you actually trying your hardest? These are the questions that need to be asked to certain players. But at the moment, it's on a big cloud, and there's one beacon getting hated, and that's it. Everything else doesn't get taken into consideration. Everything else is not even spoke about. It's just we all hate Martin. Let's just get Martin. I'm thinking, I see they'd be happy if they took him out in the middle of the park and sacrificed him. No, I mean, that's the way it's getting. You're sitting going, hold on, calm down, guys, calm down.
Well, Patrick Stewart once in every used to, they could put him in the stocks and put water wings on them.
Aye.
You know, but that's when it's all rang, mate. But look, the game will come tomorrow, and we've sort of named our team, and it's a reasonable team. We'd have thought that at the start of the season. We'll see where it goes. I'm interested in AK and seeing Cornelius play the full game, mate. We've heard that he's a bit of an organiser, and I think you could see that quite quickly if it's true.
It certainly looks that way, Oxen. He's a threat in the opposition box as well. He had a header there that just kind of cleared the bar last week. So, I think he's got to put him in. Come on, Giga's been rotten for a few games there now, and we're bringing in a Canadian internationalist there to try and geese that commanding centre half in there to, organise the defence and, the talker, so to speak. So he needs to play him. He needs to start as many of these kind of new signings as he can do and integrate them, and just take the chains off the boys, and let them play where they're good at. But this is going to be a test, though, because Hibs have started the season reasonably well. They've had a run of mixed results there. They've drew their last few games, but I had a wee look at their squad, actually, and before I came on there, Big Rocky Bashiri obviously played really well last year. We got Martin Boyle and Josh Mulligan, who we were meant to be interested in for Dundee. Jamie McGrath came for Aberdeen, the young boy Kevin Bowie. But they've got that big Grant Hanley as well, a big noggin head, and the boy Venti Dillon as well.
Big blue nose.
Aye. He's not the most blessed defender. But Hibs have got some threats in there, and they'll sense an opportunity. But it's up to us. It's how we start. Isn't it? I mean, you get the crowd on side. We go a goal up. I know we've not been doing that, but that's what we need to do. We need to take control of the game and make Ibrox ours again, because it looks to me as if it's 50,000 against the team rather than for the team now.
Matt?
Hello.
Thoughts on what Alex said?
Yeah, I would say they've got to set up right and go. I definitely think Raskin could start, and I hope he does.
Yeah.
I'd be happy.
Sorry. On you go, Matt.
No, I was just going to say I'd be happy with 1-0. Over the moon.
Well, I get that. First and foremost, victories are performance side. Forget that all better.
Of course, any victory, innit? Any victory. We're desperate for a victory. It's a fact of life. You just how the team plays, neither here nor there. It's just all victories, mate. It's just winning games. We keep harping on the same thing, but it's you can't get away from it, mate. That is football, isn't it? That just solves a lot of problems right away if you start winning games. Whether the manager will stay even if we're winning games is to be seen, whether it will change the crowd's mind or the supporters' minds. And I think you need to win a lot of games to change the supporters' mind. I mean a lot of games. But you've got to start somewhere, and it may as well start tomorrow. But any victory, 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, any victory will do me, mate. We're desperate for it.
Aye, AK.
No, I was just looking. Fox asked me, looking for the red card markets.
You're going to learn to multitask going here. You're going to learn to multitask. The fact that if you can't do it, you're no good to us. Right? Come on.
What was the question then?
Well, you're no good to us if you can't multitask.
Right, Mark, come in and save me.
I don't know. Well, I have a question. It's completely nothing to do with Hibs tomorrow. What was your favourite Rangers game ever? That you've ever been to?
Ever been to?
Aye.
Well, you have to be it. Oh well, no take.
Well, no, either watched on the telly. Then I don't want to sound rude when I say that, but some of you sound a wee bit older than what I do.
You have to be at it. You have to be at it. I'll not take Alec
Right.
long. He's about 60 pick for.
Hey, I've got a good attendance record this year. You.
That's a hard one. Davey, he gets back to William Wilton was the manager. Hallberg is back to. He goes back. He goes back a bit. That's a hard one.
Oh, Struth.
Oh, I get back before the ark was built.
There's a lot of games to pick for. Favourite. I know what I'll let David go first because I know what he's going to say. David.
It's got to be Barcelona, isn't it? You know, that was in my prime then. But one of the best ever, I've told you this many times for many years, was the 1966 replay cup final at Hampden, and Kai Hansen scored a screamer. 100,000+ guys. What a night. That was the best game. Apart from Barcelona, that was it.
Scottish Cup final when Forsyth scored.
73.
Centenary Cup, wasn't it?
I think memories are stronger and mean more your heroes, not up when you're younger. But I've got to say the 3-0 game at their place to win the league. Yeah.
Yep.
Would be up there. That would be up there. And the whole day, the whole adventure of the day was just for me. I may tell the story one day on there. It would be right. But it was some day, some night, and I was with some famous bears, and it was just it was bizarre. But that would be up there. But obviously you've got, you know, when Lundstrom scored that goal and that final whistle went that night, that after Manchester, you know, the penalties against Fiorentina, they'd be up there, and I was there in Florence, but there's loads of memories, but it's a tough question, that, Matt. That's a whole show on its own, AK.
It sure is. It's a great question though, Matt, because we've all got our own memories. You know, the guys on here have been a lot fortunate than some of us to go to the games. My own personal one, I'd say the semi-final of the cup when wee Barry Mackay scored the screamer. That was a cracking game. I know we beat them in penalties, finished 2 each, and it was also at the Andrew Flow. Oh, strong underdogs when Celtic were real fancied. I mean, they Virgil van Dijk, I think, played in their team in that day. But the 5-1 game, Tory Andrew Flow made his debut.
I don't know if he did, mate. I don't know if Van Dijk played that day.
Oh, was it a year after he came in then?
No, I would need to check that.
Was their man. Ronnie Dyler was their manager, wasn't he?
Aye.
I think he might be right, actually.
Tory Andrew Flow, the 5-1 game when he made his debut.
5-1, aye. Yeah. About 2000, I think. Wee Barry Ferguson was fantastic that day. Ronald de Boer, Michael Mols. Oh, what a team. What a team that was.
Well, that team fell apart, mate. And never won in. Yeah, that season fell apart.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? The calibre of player we had to.
Aye, if you're looking at the player that was in it. You know, but aye. What about yourself, Matt?
Well, you took my one, the 3-0 game, but I've got a backup. It would have been Rangers versus Palmer 99-2000 season, 2-0 at Ibrox. That was just bouncing.
Was Tony Vidmar
I forgot about Ellen Road. I enjoyed the Ellen Road apart from the sore jaw.
Still get the scar.
Oh, mate, I was a dullion. You can still see it.
There was a queue.
Always is, mate. There always is.
A bigger queue than Bonnie Blue.
Aye, Ellen Road would be up there. But
aye, my nephew was in that queue.
What, to put one in my chin?
Put one for Oxford.
No, the other one.
Oh dear.
Albert was there and all, but he didn't know what he was queuing for.
I'll take it stupid. The guy says to me on Saturday, Bonnie Blue's here, and I'm going, who? He's looking at me and I'm going, who are you talking about? He's going, do you know? And I'm saying, no. And he's like, all right. I say, should I know? And he went, well, probably you should know. Didn't know who he's talking about. I'll find out. So I ran round to get stand in the queue, but it was a rank queue, got a hamburger instead.
Oh, brilliant.
I think all School Blues posted all the first goal scorers, you know, and they're like the Hibs team tomorrow is Smith, O'Hare, Bushry, Iredale, Cadden, Lewitt, Mulligan and Cadden. They boys can put a cross in. Boyle, McGrath and Bibby. Bibby's the boy they're talking about, doing all right. And, you know, they're two players that have caused us problems with their careers, McGrath and Boyle, you know. So that's the setup. But when you look at it in paper, we should be all right, but we're not playing in paper, Albert.
No, it's we. I was going to say we don't know what we're going to get, but we actually do know what we're going to get if the recent past record's going to go by, because we're not playing well. So it's hope, mate. We're not kidding anybody on. It's hope that we're going to do well and turn up tomorrow. And if we do, you never know. You just never know. If it was if we're playing well and being like Rangers, you would sit and go, I fancy this, I want to fancy to win this. But we're no Rangers at the moment. There's a shadow of a team that we should be. So it's just a guess. It's hope more than anything else, mate. But I still think I want the victory. I definitely want the victory, mate. No matter how we play, we should be going for the victory.
Of course, mate. Of course. I think Billy Boy's jumped in to join us. All right. Last word for your good self, Billy.
I'm a late substitute, Ox. No, just a quickie, lads. Good show tonight. Loved every minute of it again. A lot of good debates.
Billy Blue again. Just a quickie.
I know. Hey, worries that way. Steady, Ox, steady. No, I was just listening there. Just a quick one, as I said. The officials says it all at Ibrox Zamora. But just to make you aware, troops, before the conspiracy theories start, there's no VAR at a certain Mary Hill Grun on Sunday, and the referee is Kevin Clancy. So I just thought I'd put that out there. So work the rest out for yourselves, troops.
Can't believe he'll be refereeing on Sunday, because I thought all that group that were playing would be playing in the 5-a-sides on a Sunday morning.
Aye, playing 5-a-sides, aye, all right, aye. No, they're playing 5-a-sides the morning, you mean, Ox?
Aye. That's going to be interesting. Cheers, Billy Boy. Cheers, mate. Last word for your good self, old Davey.
It's been great. I just hope we're all happy tomorrow, and let's hope that we can turn up and get us Mankey Mob a game. So thanks to listeners, and I'd like to thank all the Jack people for their support they gave me tonight. So God bless the Gers and keep believing, because we are the people. Good night.
Cheers, Davey. Matt.
Good night.
What?
Thanks
Good
very
night,
much
mate.
for letting me on, and good night.
Cheers, mate. Enjoyed it, mate.
Bye-bye.
Enjoyed your company. AK.
Good show tonight. Good points for the callers that came in there as well. Thank them for that. I'm looking forward to the game, pal. It's Rangers, isn't it? It's what we do best, the support. Get behind the team and let's try and cheer them on to a much-needed victory. Get ourselves into the semi-final of the League Cup. You never know. This could be the kickstart. We said that last week. Like, come on, the Rangers.
Well, I've broken the record,
I know. Aye. But thanks again, Ox.
Cheers, mate. All better.
Aye, good show, mate. Enjoyed it well, like yourself. Back to the backroom team. Aye, you're hoping it's going to kick-start. We keep saying that. Eventually it will. It's going to turn. Eventually it will. When, we don't know, but it's definitely going to turn one day. And let's hope it's tomorrow. You never know, mate. You never know. You've got the players there today. We've got the players there. Still need more players in a spiny a team, but hope it's tomorrow, mate. And I'm thinking it's going to be tomorrow. So I'm going for a 2-0 to the Gers.
All right, maybe we get ready to ask your scores. But sorry about that. AK, and you can make me a prediction. Sorry.
No worries. 2-0 a day, me too. All better. Just anything. A victory. Any victory will do.
Here's what I think he's going to do tomorrow. He's got to win both halves. Yeah. No one have hardly won a game of football. We've hardly won a half. He's got to win both halves. There you go. So that's minimum 2-0, yeah? Well, obviously, they can score. You can win one half, 2-1, etc. But I get all that. Win both halves. Does that make sense, Albert?
Aye, definitely, mate. Yeah, compete and get in there, get about it. You know how they're going to shape up and how they're going to attack us. You know that for a fact. But we need to get about it, mate. Need to get right on top of them. Don't let them breathe. Mate.
Need to
we'll
score.
get the players there to hurt them. Aye, well, that's true, isn't it?
Need to score.
That's true, mate. I mean, this is the problem, isn't it? We're not even creating chances, so he needs to rectify that. Whatever way he's going to do it. I still think he's doing the Royal and Rask in the middle of the park. They need to take the heavy load, mate. They two experienced players need to take the heavy load for the young boys to give them a chance. Let the boys go and express themselves. And if they do that and play well, I think we've got a fighting chance at any team we play. But we've not been doing it. Raskin's not been playing for whatever reason. We're not going to get it again. But if they get Raskin on the park and they get Croswell on the park and both play well, I think we're in a shout, mate.
I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Listen, thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Thanks to Old Davey for joining us. It's no longer his birthday. Thanks to Matt for taking the time to go on for most of the evening. And Billy, who popped in late. It's always good to hear from Billy. Rangers Radio will be back on Monday. We won't be on tomorrow because of the lateness of the kickoff. The people who are doing the technicals have got a hectic social life. And a lot of people will be at the match. So we'll be back Monday unless anything major breaks within the club. We'll always manage to put something on. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, our team can days a turn. Take it away, Old School Blue.